I was at an emotional intelligence class sometime a while back, and the speaker went on and on about how important it is for you to touch your partner. So I went to do my own digging, and as I was researching and talking to people and all of that, you would not imagine the kind of things that I found out for myself. In the next few minutes, I'll be sharing with you why it is important for you to remain in touch in your relationship. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Number one reason why you should touch your partner often, if you're not touching already, is that it helps to reduce pain. You know how as young people or as a child who hits his hand or his head on something and he keeps crying and just throwing a tantrum, you just go and you touch them and tell them it's going to be okay. They immediately feel better. Now that's just the tip of the iceberg, what it could do for an adult. So it helps reduces pain. Second reason why you should be touching somebody is that it helps you to be healthier and happier. Now, I don't know the research and the science. There is a science to that, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But once you get your partner, somebody that you're in a romantic relationship with, touches you, it helps you to feel healthy, generally gingered your, self and all that. Third reason why you should be touching your partner is that it helps eases stress. Now, an average man or woman will tell you that when they've had a long day at work and they just want to come back home, they want to come back home to the embrace of their partner. Now, why is that important? Because once there's that physical connection, it helps the mind eases, it helps the mind relaxes, and it helps you just feel, oh, I'm home and this is safe. See that? How easy was that? Fourth reason why you should be touching your partner is that touching is actually an expression of love. Now, I told you earlier that an emotional intelligence guy said that somebody that touches you is less likely to hurt you. Now, in a relationship, how do you express love? Is it just by saying it? Now, the truth is, while women respond to what they hear and men respond to what they see, both parties, whether you're a man or you're a woman, you respond to touch. How cool is that? So, are you touching your partner today? Another reason why you should touch your partner more often is that touching actually increases relationship satisfaction. Now, you will not just let anyone touch you, would you? It's somebody that you actually feel a certain type of way towards, that you allow them to touch you. So, touching brings about that feeling of safety, that feeling of playfulness, that feeling of comfort, that feeling of oof, and all of this put together actually increases the way you're satisfied in your relationship. Another reason why you should touch your partner in a romantic relationship is that it increases bonding. A lot of relationships these days have died even though they are still together. Partners have started living together as flatmates, even worse. But when you touch your partner often, you know what I mean? It increases that chemistry, that feeling of, ooh, this place is comfortable. Ooh, I'm safe here. Ooh, I want to be here. That's what touching does. Another thing touching does is that it increases intimacy outside of the bed. I know lots of you are thinking that, oh, touching really means just touching in a sexual way. No, brother, no, sister. That's not just how you can touch your partner. A lot of us, especially in this part of the world, the only kind of intimacy we know is the type that goes on in the bedroom. Outside the bedroom, we're like strangers to each other. But if you want to change that, you can actually start touching your partner in the right way. So when you're outside of the bed, your relationship intimacy is still intact. Touching actually diffuses anger. Recall how when you are very angry, you do not want anybody to touch me. You just keep saying, do not touch me right now. Yeah, that's because when the other partner actually touches you, it makes you to calm down. So if you're in a relationship and then your partner is going all crazy on you, try touching them. Hey, honey, it'll be okay. And to immediately diffuse the anger. This will not work all the time, depending on what you have done anyways. The final reason why touching is amazing for your relationship is that touching or flirting actually improves your intimacy. Now, if you're having issues in the bedroom matters, which most relationships do have, when in the beginning of a relationship we're all into it, we don't want to stop and all of that, then couple of minutes later, I mean like months, and as days go by, we become less and less affectionate towards each other. Now, if you want to change that, or you want to, boost your sexual intimacy, you can start by touching. As a matter of fact, I do hold this view that sex in itself, or sexual intimacy, or whatever you want to call it, some say it's love making and all of that, actually starts outside of the bed. It doesn't start inside, or when you actually start doing the stuff. It starts outside. So if you want to improve that area, you should start by touching. Now, all of you have defined touching for me without giving me the chance to define it myself. So what I mean by touching is a hug, a back scrub, like just patting at the back, holding of hands on the street, a foot massage, snuggling, just being in the embrace of somebody else. That is what I mean by touching. It doesn't necessarily have to be what? Sex or intercourse, as the case may be. Touching could just be stroking of the hair, stroking of the face, a peck on the cheek, those kind of things. Just stay in touch. And when I ask you, are you in touch in your relationship? Better know what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about whether you're talking to your spouse or not. I'm actually talking about whether you're touching your spouse enough. Thank you so much for staying tuned on today's episode of Gist Unjara. I'm your girl, Unjara Njama, and today we talked all about touching. Go you out there and start touching your partner. I mean, you don't want anybody to go about being cranky or being touch-stabbed. If there's anything like that, it should be touch-stabbed. Those of us that are single are already touch-stabbed. So if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be touch-stabbed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're a newcomer. If you've been here, don't forget to like this video, share, and comment. I want to hear from you, what you think about the video, what you think about our topic, and your general experience. You can send me a personal mail if you think there's something you want us to talk about. I'm going to be here to help you dig deep and talk about it. Thank you.